You're running. Zan, you're the furthest from the gate, dragging Danny and Schwartzy along as you run through the cornfields. Behind you, you can hear the sound of alarms.
Which way?
Sean, the dad, points, and Schwartzy takes your hand, pulling you towards the buildings of the Capitol. Sean hangs back.
I'll go back for your friends. Protect my kids, please.
Sean turns, vanishing back into the cornfields. Max, you have Erica still in hook form, bundled in a pile of rope in your arms. You and Cody are sprinting away from the gate where guards in golden armor are sounding the alarm. Before you make it to the edge of the fields where you see Sean beckoning you to safety, orbs of golden light flash on in the air above your heads, illuminating the two of you as guards shout, "Halt! In the name of the good queen!"
Max, what are we gonna do?
Max and Cody, the guards can see you. What do you do?
Takes a look at all the stuff in his arms, including Erica, and he looks back at Cody, and then he looks back at the gate. He takes the 6-color pen out of his jacket pocket where he normally keeps it, shoves it as deep in his boot as he can get it, and then shoves all of the rope and the hook into Cody's arms. Not one arm, not Max.
How many arms? We never specified how many arms Cody has.
Oh no!
He shoves the unbreakable rope and Erica into Cody's arms, takes off his bag, and hands that to Cody too. And he just looks at Cody. I need you to make sure that the others are safe. I know you can.
Okay.
I'm going to go get her back. Okay?
Okay.
Make sure they stay safe. And then Max turns around. He looks at where I assume Pickles is still trying to fuck with the guards, where they have Jasmin.
Yeah. You can see Pickles, your demonic dinosaur-like steed, on the other side of the gate, and he is still attacking the guards since that's the last instruction you gave him, and he would fucking die for you. And you actually watch as the smoky-haired guard lifts up their shield and tries to bring it forward, and then just slams it right into Pickles' side.
When I see them try to hit Pickles, I'm going to use my channel divinity to swap places with him.
Oh shit! All right. So, in a just immediate flash, Cody, you were standing right next to Max, just a few feet from the edge of the cornfield. And then Max is gone. And in his place is Pickles, the huge, 8-foot tall, half dinosaur, lava spewing demonic creature, just is suddenly there and is and just starts stomping and hurling lava from his mouth at the orbs that are surrounding you and making a hell of a distraction.
Cody just kind of looks over at Max, looks at Pickles, and then takes off running into the fields. Is it downhill?
Yep.
Okay. Cody pops out his heelys and just leans back and just goes.
Cody, you are gone. You land in Sean's arms, so you don't even have to make your dexterity saving throw. And he just grabs your hand and starts pulling you through the cornfields.
Oh, hey, Sean.
Max, you are on the other side of the gate. So the smoky-haired guard slams his shield into you instead of into Pickles. This shield is one that you have encountered before.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, boy.
This is standard issue for the Queen's Guard, a shield that crackles with electricity. And as soon as it touches you, your eyes just roll back in your head and you fall to the ground unconscious.
Cool.
That went well.
Great. Okay. I don't think there's anything else we need to do there. So, Zan, you make it through the cornfields with Schwartzy and Danny. When you get to the edge of the cover of these tall plants, they pause for a second and you all wait to see if anyone is following you. You can hear the alarm still blaring in the distance, and for a moment you sense nothing. And then you hear footsteps of someone approaching through the fields. What do you do?
We're already in cover, right?
Yes. So you are in these like tall plants, but you hear someone like running like right at you. You could make a perception check to try to figure out more. You could try to make a stealth check and hide.
I think we're trying to make a stealth check. I'm gonna like turn to Schwartzy and Danny and just go like shh.
Roll a stealth check.
Oh, that's not great. A 10.
You try to shush them, but Danny is like, I'm tired. What are we doing? I hate running. And the footsteps get closer and actually run like right towards you. And then Danny goes, Dad! And lunges forward. And you see Cody and Sean.
Oh my God.
Zan!
Where's everybody else?
Max what places with pickles and the guards. I don't know.
Oh.
He told me to keep safe, and so I ran.
And where's Jasmin?
She's
Okay. Oh God. Just don't cry. I can't. Please. Oh God,
sorry.
you're all snotty.
And Cody's trying to wipe his eyes as fast as he possibly can. Cody just kind of drops everything in his hands on the ground, completely forgetting that Erica is a hook. Just completely forgetting. Just like, and just kind of sits down and just has his face in his hands.
Okay, well, okay. I'm gonna, Sean, where do we go?
Shit. Okay, our house isn't far. We can take back roads and then regroup. I will help you, Cody. And Sean like bends down and puts his hands on your shoulder. I will help you save your friends. I promise you.
Okay.
But for now, we have to keep running. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Come on.
Is it downhill?
He like hauls you up to your feet and he like puts like Danny on his back in a piggyback. Zan, do you pick up Erica in hook form?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna help Cody pick up the stuff.
You all make your way towards the buildings of the Capitol. Zan and Cody, could you both make stealth checks for me?
Use a different dice this time. That's a 19.
That's a 2 + 4, a 6.
Well, luckily the NPCs rolled really well, so. Yeah, you follow Sean's lead. You're like sticking to the shadows. The mayhem behind you seems to have distracted the guards for now. And as you keep moving forward, the fields give way to barns and then warehouses, all silent and looming in the darkness. And you are sneaking along the wall of a factory when Zan stumbles and falls to the ground, Erica landing on top of her. She has transformed back into a person.
Oh, no time. Get up. Get up.
I almost forgot.
We gotta go. Gotta go. Shh, be quiet. Gotta go.
Erica rubs her head and just gets to her feet and is like, okay.
Talk later.
Yeah, you keep running. Eventually you reach the city proper with rows of townhouses and tall buildings mixed with
Townhouse.
Townhose, purple sluts.
rows of townhose.
It's a lot of farmers, guys.
Townhose and purple sluts. Wow, so much tension. So much tension in my narrative that I spent all week working on.
Listen, we're all just, we have to vent this somewhere, and it's into making fun of you for saying sluts and hoes.
So you duck through alleys, avoiding the taverns and bars, which are still bustling with activity, even though it's the middle of the night. And you finally make it to the base of a marble spire. Sean leads you around the back, away from the gleaming glass doors of the front lobby, to a side door that he opens to reveal a staircase. You all trudge your way up, until finally you emerge into a lavish hallway and reach an ornate metal door. Sean presses his hand to the door and it slides open. He ushers you inside, and after taking a last look down the hallway, quietly shuts the door behind you.
Is this your house?
Golly, you're rich.
Yeah, L'Orealis, High Chancellor, gets you into high places.
Because it's a tower.
Do you have Netflix?
She probably does. I don't know what that is. Are you all okay? Yeah, okay, me too. And so you follow Sean further inside and emerge into a luxurious living room that looks like it belongs in a magazine. There's like a chandelier with 100 tiny lights that twinkle in it like stars.
Whoa.
A rainbow of multicolored flames flicker in the fireplace. And there is an elegant woman here with long pointed ears and thick hair pulled into a puff on top of her head. She's perched on one of the pristine couches that look more for show than for comfort, and she is poring over a glowing mirror on the coffee table. When you walk in, she looks up, startled, and then gasps. Sean, where have you been? I've been trying to reach you all evening. She rushes forward and scoops Danny out of his arms, who kind of like grumbles in her sleeps. Where were you? It's a long story. We have a lot to talk about. I'm gonna put the kids to bed. I'll be right back, I promise. Yeah, when Sean says that, Schwartzy kind of like shakes their head and is like, I'm not tired. I want to be part of the talking. And Sean just kind of like leads them down a hallway. And so you're left here with this woman.
Hey.
Yeah, she like smooths down the front of her fancy outfit.
Found your husband and kids with some ghosts.
Love these situations.
Cody brushes his hair out of his eyes. Hi. I'm Cody, he, him.
Hi.
Zan. She, her.
Welcome.
We met your family. In a ghost town.
In a ghost town. Okay, I'm High Chancellor Loriella of Chadden, she, her. See that you have met my husband and our children. I'll be right back. And she
Great.
like quickly walks down the hallway after Sean and leaving you alone in the living room.
I said great a little bit too loudly. That was really unfortunate.
It's like when your friend brings you home and then goes to the bathroom for 20 minutes and just leaves you with their parents.
Yeah. And you're like, well, if you wanted to murder me, you could have done it in a nicer way.
Erica glances around and then realizes that we're missing two people. And it's like, Jasmin? Max? What? And turns to Zan and says, things didn't go well, did they?
No.
No, they didn't.
You were a great hook. Don't get me wrong. That worked great. But Jasmin got stuck on the other side of the gate. The guards just got out of there, whatever, too fast. And then Max went back, and I don't know what happened.
It sucks.
Where did Pickles end up anyway?
You don't know.
Did we bring Pickles with us? Did we sneak Pickles? Did Pickles roll a stealth roll?
Pickles is making a massive amount of popcorn.
Zan, make a perception check.
Let me look something up real quick.
Ooh, okay. Look up Pickles.
Look up Pickles on Facebook.
Erica, you make a perception check.
Oh, it's not much better. That is a 11.
Cody, you make a perception check.
Cody, you want to make a perception check?
No, he's too busy being sulky.
Yeah, I figured. Cody's having a fit. Yeah, Zan and Erica, you wander over to these floor-to-ceiling windows that look out over the city, and you can see the palace, and it's like huge tapestries that are illuminated with lights, as well as this like wide, dark circle that Sean pointed out was this Colosseum thing. And you kind of like peer off into the distance towards the border, and you don't see anything Pickles shaped, I guess. You do, however, see a couple shapes flying through the sky, beaming like huge lights down onto what looks like fields and kind of like searching back and forth.
It's helicopters.
You got an 8.
Normal ass looks like they got helicopters in this world. That's cool. I hate helicopters.
Drones.
Fucking cops.
All right, so after a few minutes, Sean and Loriella come back. Sean like slumps down on one of the couches with his face in his hands and is like, "We're totally boned."
Oh, I was hoping you were gonna have a plan or something. This is cool. This is cool too.
Loriella actually goes over to these windows that you're looking out and is like, help me draw the curtains. Cover up the windows. Then she just kind of stands there and looks at the three of you with her lips pressed together. She looks extremely worried. Sean told me everything.
Oh, that was fast. Good job, Sean. Nice and concise storytelling. All right, continue. Sorry.
Erica elbows Zan in the ribs.
Sorry, I'm just gonna shut up now.
Great. So yeah, Sean has filled Loriella on what happened in Blackrock and at the border. Loriella is just pacing and she's like, "Okay, so your daughters, correct?" No?
He is, and the two that are missing are.
Okay. Yeah, so you're working with them. If I may ask, what brought you here to the kingdom? You don't have to tell me if it's top secret. And she like looks at Sean, who's still like slumped on the couch with his head in his hands. You saved my husband and our children. I will do everything in my power to repay you. I just need to figure out how.
I mean, that's real nice of you, but like, we don't. I don't want you to think that you like owe us some huge debt or anything. Like, I don't know. Your kids were probably fine. They had a knife, and we just sort of we punched some ghosts, and like I don't know. Like this seems like a hell of a lot of trouble for you guys, and I don't want you to all get like arrested or anything for us.
Literally, the next thing is in my notes is they offer you a life debt.
I don't want that. Thank you very much.
Zan's like, it's fine.
It's cool.
Just head it off at the pass. No life debts.
No
Anyway.
life debts. Thanks.
So you can see she's like extending her hand forward like she was going to offer you a life debt, and kind of just like pulls it back and is like, I mean,
which is unfortunate because Zan looks like she was going to go for a high five.
Yeah, she composes herself and is like, if the queen saw
us, was the queen there?
I mean,
did we attack the queen?
I mean, Sean said that the guards looked at you with their purple iris.
Oh yeah, that definitely happened.
But
that's how the good queen keeps an eye on things in the city.
But like, she can't be looking everywhere that the eyes are looking, can she?
No, it's only when it opens, so you can tell when you see the purple iris that she is looking.
Well, that's convenient for future reference, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't mean you have to be like paranoid all the time, just when you see the.
That is true. Small victories and everything.
All right, but pretty shitty overall.
Oh, definitely.
Besides the small victory.
Extremely shitty.
So all of us are wanted. Now, here is what I'm getting from this.
Yes. If the queen truly saw all of you at the border, someone will undoubtedly come here to search for my family and find you.
Cool.
We'll need to move. We can go to the resistance headquarters. We should go before dawn.
You guys have got a resistance? Sorry, I was really loud.
How do we get them back?
So, I can only guess that your friends have been taken to the Queen's prison. It's located between the palace and the Colosseum. It is heavily warded. It would be almost impossible to break them out. We have very few options. We can try to go through the court process, but I must admit that no one knows better than me that the system is broken.
Oh, cool.
Every good 90s RPG has a court scene, so that's fine.
I hate court scenes.
It's possible each of them could win the Gladiators Gauntlet and wish for their pardons.
That's how your court system works.
No, that's this horrible sport the good queen set up to pit prisoners against each other with the hopes of winning pardons. I mean, the odds are highly unlikely.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. Okay. Sorry, I keep interrupting, but you said something about a resistance. I feel like I just had like 3 cups of coffee, which definitely doesn't reflect who Talia is as a person, said Zan.
Yes.
In person, in character.
We have people working together all over the country to set things right. This is a significant setback. I doubt the Queen will let me continue to act as High Chancellor with my family under being wanted, but I mean, it's not like...
Shit, I'm so sorry.
No, I am sorry. I am High Chancellor. My official job title is to supervise the legality of actions taken by the government and monitor the implementation of basic civil liberties. I took this position with the naive notion that I could change things. I have failed. I failed long before someone tried to lure my husband out of the kingdom. I failed long before. Just...
Wait, you think that was a deliberate attack against you?
I mean...
I was assuming it was just like random ghosts.
I assumed he just wandered off. Dad class and all of that.
It sounds bad in retrospect, but I was just like, maybe these ghosts were just like, I don't know, we like this guy. Let's lure him 8 hours walk away from the capital city.
It's possible. It could be random. You'll have to forgive me for being paranoid.
Your thing makes way more sense. Yeah. So that would be some really weird ghosts.
Okay. We should move.
Yeah, sorry about the banter. All right, let's go.
No, it's good. And she looks at Sean and it's like, we have to go now.
Maybe you shouldn't have put your kids to bed then. That seems like we just have to wake them right up again.
Sean's like, right. Like, are you sure they'll be searching the streets for us? The kids are exhausted. You hear a voice behind you say, I'm ready. And you turn and see Schwartzy standing in the doorway, a pack slung over their shoulder, and Danny asleep on their back.
Still got that knife?
She pulls out the knife.
Great. Point that somewhere else, please.
I'm ready. L'Oreella just without saying anything, just pries the knife out of Schwartzy's hand and sheaths it and is like...
This is a common occurrence.
Oh yeah, constantly having to deal with this teen and their fucking knives.
Oh, it's bad luck. Your kid's going to be a rogue.
L'Oreal looks at you and is like, they're definitely going to be a rogue. This is... Anyway, okay. If we split up and we are careful, we won't match what they're looking for. And L'Oreal looks at the three of you and says, we have to go now. We aren't safe here. Do you have any illusion magics, disguise, invisibility, anything that would change your appearance or make it harder to find you?
Erica opens up her menu and starts scrolling through.
Zan also starts scrolling.
Great. Back at the border, Max and Jasmin are surrounded by a half dozen soldiers in the golden plate mail of the Queen's Guard. Max is laying unconscious on the ground, and Jasmin, you watch as a guard goes over and binds his wrists behind his back with that same glowing golden rope. As the alarm continues to sound, you hear the whoomp, whoomp of giant leathery wings. Looking up, you see a dragon flying overhead, and then in the distance, you see another and another. They are shining bright lights down on the field, moving in a grid pattern. It seems that Pickle's distraction has worked. Jasmin, you saw Max and Cody standing there, and then Max switched place with Pickles, and you haven't seen anyone arrest Cody, so you're hoping that he got away. In front of you, some of the guards are still struggling with the gate, which appears to be molded shut with hardened magma from Pickles gnawing on it earlier. Two of them have their hands pressed against the walls on either side of the gate, and you hear this horrible groan of metal as the gate tries to open, but it doesn't budge.
I think Jasmin is just hugging herself and trying to stick close to wherever Max ended up, and is actively trying not to panic too much. But other than that, I don't know that she's doing anything.
Yeah, your hands are bound with this rope that makes it impossible to access your spell menu, but you're also beginning to feel really calm, which is, I imagine, very weird for Jasmin.
Mm-hmm.
And tired, and it's hard to stay focused. Could you make a charisma saving throw for me?
13 plus 3, 16.
Okay, great. You manage to stay conscious and alert, but you feel a gentle wave of calmness spreading over you. And as the guards lift Max up to his feet and propel him forward, they shepherd you along with him, and you find yourself compelled to go with them. The golden-haired guard is actually talking to you and says, "You are being detained by the Kingdom of Ness. You will be taken into custody, questioned, and given a fair trial under the rule of the good Queen of Ness. Come this way." And you are marched along with Max towards a dragon that has landed in the clearing. It's about the size of Beck, that massive dragon you hitched a ride on a few weeks ago, but this one's like deep green and has a car-sized structure on its back.
Okay.
And you are loaded up into this enclosed space and feel it take off. While you're in the air, the smoky-haired guard who hit Max with their shields does some sort of magical thing that you can't figure out, and Max, you regain consciousness.
Max?
Ow.
Are you okay?
Jasmin? Yeah, I'm okay.
It's just us.
Max looks around how many guards are in here with us? Just the one or?
Four.
Okay.
Four of them.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Can you sit up? Jasmin kind of like reaches forward to try and like help him sit up, and then looks over to the guards.
Without looking, the guards smack your hand down and they're like, no touching. But one of them does help Max up, so he is sitting and no longer just like slumped over.
Okay, I'm glad you're worried when they hit you with that shield.
Don't worry about me. I'll be okay.
With that, you feel the acceleration shift as this dragon starts to descend and lands, and you are led back out of this enclosed space into a courtyard. It is lined with guards, and you are marched into a imposing marble building. You are taken into a room with a plain wooden table surrounded by chairs. As you are led in there, Jasmin, a guard, like pats you down and takes your bag and I guess your staff.
The staff is a necklace at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So the guard actually reaches forward and takes your necklace off, the pendant to make the staff, but does not touch the backstory pendant.
Okay.
Does not seem to notice that one.
Do they take my completely regular earth necklace that I have?
No, they don't.
Okay.
Max, same with you. Do you have anything with you?
I gave it all to Cody.
Yeah. So they pat you down. They actually take your armor because I guess like they don't want you to like chest bump somebody or something. You are taken into a room with just like a plain wooden table surrounded by chairs. And as soon as you walk into this room, you feel this like familiar cold feeling wash over you. And you know you have passed into a truth circle. Though it appears as though the spell in this room is so powerful that you are unable to resist. The golden-haired guard pulls out a chair for each of you and then sits down on the other side of the table facing you.
Just kind of look at Max and then look at the chair and shrug and sit down.
Yeah, Max will sit down.
This golden-haired guard just sits there staring blankly at the wall behind you. Doesn't move.
That's weird.
Excuse me?
There's no response.
It's unsettling.
Actually, you could both make an insight check if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll try. I rolled a 16 plus 7.
Try.
Great.
That's good, because I rolled a nat 1.
Max, she seems like she's just really concentrating on something.
Mm-hmm.
Jasmin, you look over this guard, who you've actually now spent a bunch of time with. She was like the original one at the gate, and then took you on this dragon ride, and is like took you through all of like the processing of this like weird holding facility. Her expression is blank. It is so blank she looks like a doll. She's not making eye contact, and her eyes aren't even like moving. She's just staring straight ahead, glassy-eyed, completely stoic in her chair.
Yeah, that's still very unsettling.
Yeah, it's been a couple minutes at this point, and suddenly she moves. The symbol of the closed eye on her golden circlet flicks open, and the purple iris scans the room and then settles on the two of you. And the guard's demeanor just like instantly changes. She relaxes in her chair. She gives this big smile and then like leans forward and laces her fingers together. The guard's eyes have not changed. They are still glassy and lifeless, but the rest of her and this eye on her circlet are now paying attention to you. She says, well, I must say, it has been quite a while since someone has been caught trying to sneak into the Kingdom of Ness, especially with such reckless abandon. Now, tell me, who are you?
I'm Jasmin. Jasmin Sella. She, her.
All right. And what about you, big boy?
Max doesn't say anything.
She turns back to you, Jasmin, and says, "You're going to tell me where you're from and what you were doing trying to cross the border."
I am?
Yes, right now. Go ahead. This will be all much easier on you if you do that.
But what are you going to do to us?
What am I going to do to you? I mean, at this point, you are all in pretty deep. You and your little companions have assaulted members of the Queen's Guard, destroyed kingdom property. You have crossed the border, or tried anyway, to cross the border. I hear you made it across and back, didn't you there, beefcake? Pats the table in front of Max.
But that doesn't answer my question, really.
Oh, what am I going to do with you? I mean, you could rot here for the rest of your existence, or you could help me out and help me figure out how we can solve this little problem together.
Would that make us not rot?
Oh, definitely.
I'm sorry, what were the questions that you had again?
Where are you from, and what were you trying to do by crossing the border?
I'm from Yordi.
Ah, little town? No longer a little town?
No, it's not.
Where have you been living since then?
Well, not in the Kingdom of Ness. Outside the Kingdom of Ness, obviously.
What? So you're from here and left, and now you want to come back?
Well, I was really small when I left, and it wasn't really my choice.
Oh, all right. Kidnapped?
No. Lost my guardian when Yordi was not Yordi. The daughters adopted me.
That makes a lot of sense. All right, I'm bored of your drivel. To your cells. I will find the rest of them with or without your help. And she, leans over and pokes Max right in the titty window.
I don't have the titty window anymore. They took it.
Are you just topless? I thought you had,
You said they took my armor.
They took your armor. They feel like they left you with, the padding underneath so you're not fucking naked. Yeah, you got a titty window in your padding.
Just titty windows all the way down.
It's titty windows all the way down, or it doesn't make a titty window.
It's a titty window gambison. I love it.
Yeah, with that little golden eye symbol on her circlet snaps shut, and the guard is like, "I will now escort you to your cells," and stands up. Oh, for anyone, Jasmin was relaying the information on her backstory pendant, which works even in truth circles. She was able to say things that were on that. All right, so more guards are waiting outside this room, and the group of them lead you down this simple blank hallway lined with featureless doors. They stop at one of them. The guards touch either side of the doorway, causing it to slide open. They have the two of you step inside and unbind your wrists and tell you, "This room is secured against magic and harm for your safety. You will wait for your trial here," and then they close the door behind you. Jasmin, with the ropes off, you feel the placid hold of the calm emotion spell fade.
Mm-hmm.
The two of you are in a room that's maybe 12 feet by 12 feet. There's two simple beds with plush blankets and pillows, a window that overlooks the dark courtyard, a low table with a few books, and a small door leading to a washroom. On the table, there's a basket with some fruit and bread in it. I imagine you both are pretty exhausted.
Yes. Jasmin slumps onto the bed. Oh, God. What are we going to do?
To be honest, I don't know. For now, I guess we just wait.
Why didn't you say anything?
Well, that sort of makes sense. I guess you've never been arrested before?
No. You have?
A few times. It's like rule number 1. Don't tell them anything.
Okay. I guess I won't tell them any more than... Or, I don't know, I don't feel very confident about my ability to not say things.
That's all right. You did okay.
Why did you come back for me? You shouldn't have.
I couldn't leave you alone.
Yes, you could. Cody was right there. You should have stayed with him.
Cody has Erica and Zan.
Erica was a hook, and
I just couldn't leave you alone.
Well, thanks. I guess I don't really think that was worth it, but I'm glad you thought it was. I hope they're okay.
We'll be okay. We'll make it out of this.
That guard, not sure that's a person? Didn't really seem like they had a personality or thoughts or anything until the circlet activated. Really creepy.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
She breathes in really deeply and pulls her knees to herself and just hugs them and rests her chin on top of her knees. Right. How'd the shield feel? Did it hurt?
Yeah, not great. You ever been tased? Sort of like that.
No, I've not been tased.
Never been arrested, but she's been tased so many times.
What? You've been tased?
Just once.
That is unsurprising to me. That feels like Max would have done that for fun.
The tasing was unrelated to the arrests.
What was it related to is the question I have in my head right now.
A lot of beer.
Jasmin is just staring at it with like her mouth open.
Well, hello, and welcome to Dice Disasters. This is the part of the show where we stop pretending to be other people and start pretending to be ourselves. I'm Alan.
Alan?
Uh-huh.
Alan? Where is this? Where's this part? I don't recognize this area.
I mean, of the podcast?
Yeah, what?
Well, Talia, see,
Hello?
you've been having a wonderful time, but been so busy you haven't been able to hang out with us, and now you're back, and we're so excited. Talia, you're here.
I'm here, I think.
Look around. Does this look like a mid-roll? Do you recognize it from 12 episodes ago?
Oh, I remember mid-rolls.
Yeah, they're great. And we have missed you terribly, but you have been doing something awesome. Do you want to share with our audience what you have achieved?
Yeah, I just finished up my last summer of grad school, which means that I am now officially, and I expect you all to address me as such going forward, a master of comics.
Well, I mean, I already thought you were a master of comics.
But now it's official.
It is official. You're going to have the paper to prove it.
And have the paper.
You're going to walk around and just shove it in people's face and be like, I'm a master of comics.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so I think I technically don't get the piece of paper until like next year, but I finished my classes, which means it's basically done. And it also means that I now have time to do mid-rolls.
Well, I am very happy personally because I enjoy hanging out with you, both podcasting and not.
Yes.
Well, we have a lot of really cool stuff to talk about this mid-roll, so please stay tuned. We actually have some announcements to make and stuff, so if you are enjoying listening to our show and want to know the latest news, then stay tuned. But first off, we have some new NPCs this episode named after listeners.
Yes.
These characters come up later in the episode, so we're not going to tell you who the characters are to avoid spoilers, but we will tell you who they're named for. First off, we have Nymphadora, who is at @transinamess on Twitter, which is an amazing username.
A wonderful handle. Yes.
Absolutely. And then another character named for DT Brown, who left us a review on Apple Podcasts.
Which we appreciate so much.
Yes.
Reviews are an incredible way to help boost our numbers and spread the word about how much you love this stuff.
Yeah, getting higher on the charts, especially on Apple Podcasts, is a great way to get noticed.
Yeah, and we pay attention to that. Like, we're always like texting each other back and forth, like, look, guys, the chart's going up. The graph, the graph goes up. Up is good, yes?
I would like to think that we could like be above caring about the numbers, but also like you can't. Like, you just have to
We care so much.
look at the numbers.
We want people to listen to this.
Yeah, we love doing it, and we want everyone else to geek out about this thing we're doing. But yeah, thank y'all so much for your support. And now on to announcement time. So months ago, we announced that we were going to temporarily go on a weekly release schedule. We were all dealing with the whole new world that 2020 has dropped in our collective laps, and decided that we wanted to be more frequent and put out more good stuff into the world. But we've hit a time where we've decided that we need to do a little bit of schedule adjustment.
AKA, we're running out of backlog.
Yes, that too. And we also, we want to make sure that we are able to keep up the quality that we've had so far. And so in order to do that, we're going to make a little bit of a change.
Yes, but we're not going all the way back to once every 2 weeks.
Yes. Allison had put out a poll a couple of weeks back asking, do you like weekly? Do you like every 2 weeks? And our results were 50-50. Half people liked one, half people liked the other. So what we're going to do, starting in September, is we're going to start taking the first Wednesday of every month off of episodes.
Yes.
So we'll be skipping that upload date.
But exciting thing is that coming up in the first Wednesday of September, we're not going to have an episode of the podcast, but we are going to have an episode, which is our Ask the Disasters episode, where we answer questions that people have submitted to us.
Yeah, so September 2nd, we'll be uploading our first Q&A episode. We won't have something bonus every single month in that time slot. Some weeks will be nothing, but it also gives us a slot to put bonus stuff, to make announcement posts, do that kind of stuff. And it makes it where, on average, we'll be releasing 3 episodes a month. Some months we'll have 4 because they'll have an extra Wednesday, and we'll honor that one, and we'll make that episode. And it just gives us more flexibility, and it also gives people who need a week to catch up, they can do that. Or one of my friends who listens to the podcast told me that they are enjoying the podcast so much that if we ever went back to bi-weekly, they would just listen to old episodes on the off weeks to get their dice disasters fixed. And I'm like,
perfect.
Oh, that's nice.
And I appreciate this too, because I'm behind on the episode and I have not listened to the latest episode, and I cannot wait to find out what happens.
Yeah, Talia, it's amazing how much you forget between recording and actually listening.
I zone out completely. It's, as far as I know, we are exactly where we left off in the most recent episode, and I don't know anything that happens after that. Sorry, brain full of comics.
That's amazing. But yeah, just to make sure it's clear, this week we have this episode that you're listening to now. We will have an episode next week, episode 27. And then the week after that will be our Ask the Disasters episode on September 2nd. We hope this new schedule helps kind of hit that balance between every week and every other week.
But anyways, there's a lot of places you can find us on the web if you want to hear more stuff or get updated.
We are on Twitter at Dice Disasters, on Instagram at dice.disasters. We are on Tumblr, dicedisasters.tumblr.com. And if you want to join our Discord or our Patreon, you can find stuff at our website, dicedisasters.com.
Yeah, so thank you guys for listening to this, and let's get back to the episode.
Sounds great. Bye.
Bye.
Cody, Erica, and Zan, you are in Sean and L'Orealla's living room. They have told you that you all need to move now.
Zan finishes scrolling through her spell list and goes, Yeah, I have absolutely nothing that's going to help in this situation.
I've got, I could do a minor illusion, but, that's I could make a chair.
Zan puts on sunglasses and says, I look completely different now. Let's go.
Put on sunglasses?
Yep.
You're going to pull a Supergirl where you just put on glasses and a ponytail?
I have one hair tie. I put it directly on top of my head to do that little 1-year-old Asian baby water spout thing directly on top of my head. And sunglasses. Perfect. A disguise.
L'Orealla is looking just more and more concerned and is
that bad, huh?
I mean, I can disguise myself. I don't need to concentrate on that. I can cast invisibility on Sean.
An ethereal hand floats into the middle of the group holding a box of chocolates.
Is Cody like laying on the floor or the couch or something? Like
Cody is not even in like Cody is like off on his own, just sitting, and he's just floated the box of chocolates into the middle of the adult conversation.
Is this performance art? What is this code? What?
We can use these, I think.
Oh yeah, a lot of those were disguise based.
Yeah.
Ish.
One of them is supposed to make us look weird. One of them can make us teleport, which doesn't seem useful, but if that would happen, we'll just
deal with it.
Enjoy the ride, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Great.
Maybe I can help. L'Oreella is like looking at this box of chocolates that's floating in the air and is like, they're unlabeled, but I think if I cast detect magic, I could probably tell you at least the school of magic of each chocolate.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, that's probably helpful.
So yeah, she does that. And so there are 6 chocolates. They are unlabeled, but you know that they are Disguise Self, Misty Step, Invisibility, Levitate, Heal, and one that makes you grow antlers for 24 hours. Conveniently, Disguise Self and Invisibility are illusion magic. And so she says, I don't know which is which, but these 2 are illusion. Misty Step is conjuration. Levitate is transmutation. Healing is evocation. And the antlers one is transmutation. So you know which one will give you antlers, and then the 2 which will do disguise self and invisibility, but you don't know which is which. The other ones don't seem that helpful in this.
I'm not super sure antlers are super helpful at this point. I'll be honest about that.
I mean, I could create an illusion of like a cart that y'all are pulling, and I will live inside that cart and just like shuffle along underneath it. We could try that.
It's a very stealth video game.
Could be a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, you just like underneath the trash can moving along every time the beam points a different direction.
Yeah.
The only problem is I can't make any noise, or the illusion won't make any noise. So it's going to be a well-oiled cart.
Just going to be under there yelling like clack, 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 clack.
Squeak.
I can try to go invisible or another disguise.
Yeah, hey, Cody, which chocolate you want?
Right hand.
All right. Heads, Cody's invisible.
Okay.
Zan is invisible.
Woo!
Zan, you pop a chocolate in your mouth.
Hell yeah.
And you all watch Zan just vanish.
This was the best case scenario.
Cody, you take the other chocolate and pop it in your mouth. And apparently I wrote that for this item, I get to pick what you look like.
Yeah, you do.
You have to remain like basically the same height.
Okay.
So you're still 5 feet tall, but you're an old man with long horns that spiral out to the sides and then around and up and back around your head. You've got like old ratty wizard robes on. You got a pointy little nose, big floppy ears.
Cody looks down at his hands like, oh, these are not my hands. And then runs over to that mirror you said was on the table.
It was on the table, but there's also a mirror on a wall. It's a fancy apartment.
Gotcha. Yeah, he just finds a mirror and just like looks at it inside. He's like, whoa, I got old. Look at all these wrinkles. And he starts like trying to pull them apart on his face.
That's
like just
horrifying.
You hear from the air. Okay, great.
Real quick, Cody has written on the cardboard box of the chocolates which ones are which class of magic.
Hell yeah, you did. That was going to be a little surprise later when you were like, we know what these are. And I'll be like, no, you don't, because you're dumbasses, but you're not. So everyone say thank you to Alan.
Thank you,
Alan. Erica, you want my sunglasses?
It's nighttime.
You wear your sunglasses at night?
Erica does finger guns and says, I'm going to turn into a cart outside.
All right, cool.
You see L'Oreella wave her hand over Sean and mutter something, and he also vanishes. You see, like, I guess, little indentations in the carpet as Sean walks over to where Shortsy is, and he takes Danny off of their back. Danny also vanishes.
Oh, nice.
L'Oreella goes over to Shortsy, and she's like, okay, just like we practiced. Both of them focus for a minute and cast Disguise Self on themselves. Schwartzy changes from like awkward 14-year-old with this like bushy hair and just like bird wings sticking out of the hair that aren't fully coming in yet into just like a really cool elf boy with the skateboard and an eye patch. Hell yeah, my name's Bryson. I love doing tricks.
Oh, cool.
L'Oreella has turned into like extremely like muscular, like bodybuilder orc and is like, okay, I think we can go now. And so she leads you out into the hallway and she says, we should take the elevator. It will be less suspicious that way. We can go in 2 groups. I'll take Schwartzy. Sean and Danny can go with you, so you know where to go. Act like you belong. Do not run. Do not be suspicious. You're heading to the Les Brew Tavern. Sean knows the way. He can help you.
Very quickly, Erica points to both Zan and Cody. And
How do you know where to point?
fine, I just point to Cody and I give him a point of bardic inspiration.
You hear Zan go, "Aw," from the corner, and so you know where she is,
and
too.
I turn and I give her finger guns, and so both of you have a point of bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
Yeah, Zan, Erica, Cody, you head into the elevator with, you assume, invisible Sean. The ride down the elevator is silent. You get the sense this elevator is powered by magic and not by mechanical means. It's like eerily quiet. And when it reaches the bottom, you step out into this like lavish apartment lobby. There's a large reception desk with a green-skinned woman with drippy hair in a suit sitting behind it.
I would like to say I made a cart around myself while we were in the elevator.
Great. So you crouch down, you look like a cart.
Mm-hmm.
I assume Cody will push it.
Push me, Cody.
Yeah.
What kind of a cart?
Is it like a shopping cart?
Yeah. It's like a shopping cart, like full of potions and stuff.
All right. As the elevator like dings and you, I guess, just Cody and his cart step out of it.
Just taking these for recycling. Want to get the nickel back.
The receptionist like jolts to her feet, sending like droplets of slime flying, and is like, "Oh, I wasn't sleeping. Good evening. Sorry, I'm new. What was your name?"
Oh, hi. I'm Bartholomew.
Bartholomew, great. And Sean whispers in your ear and is like, "Say you were visiting Madame Cruz on the 5th floor."
Oh, I was visiting Madame Cruz on the 5th floor.
Oh yeah, she loves her potions. Let me get the door for you.
Yum, 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 delicious potions.
You can't handle my potions, adventurer.
She like stumbles around the counter and props the door open for you, and it's like,
Your potions, should you choose to accept them.
have a good evening.
You have a good day too.
Okay, bye. So yeah, this old man pushes his shopping cart down the sidewalk. These streets are like mostly empty. And this time Sean directs you, like, he's just like whispering, like, okay, go straight and then left. And you take main roads this time. You hear music and laughter drifting out of taverns that you pass. There's these lanterns swinging from ornate lampposts, sending warm light over the sidewalk. As you round a corner, you see that just a little ways down the street from where you're standing, there's a group of Queensguard who are stopping people as they pass, mostly ones leaving a tavern nearby. And Sean whispers to you, Cody, and he says, we could try to go another way. That might be suspicious. Do you think you could lie your way through?
I can try.
Okay, so you keep shuffling down this sidewalk, and when you get close, one of the guards approaches you. He's like tall and beautiful with these majestic antlers, though his expression is eerily blank. Hello, citizen. I am Queensguard Skysight, he, him. We are in pursuit of a dangerous criminal. It is not safe to be on these streets. Have you seen these people? And he holds up a parchment with drawings of each member of your party, as well as Sean, Danny, and Schwartzy.
Don't forget your bardic inspiration.
Oh no, not ruffians. I hope they don't come after my potions.
Jesus.
Guess I gotta get these home and safe before they find me.
To be fair, he did not say that he hadn't seen them. He just said, "Oh no, ruffians!"
He did.
Can I make a quick perception check as well to see how good the drawings of us are?
Yes. Zan, roll your perception check. Cody, you can roll performance, persuasion, or deception. I'd say all of those are fair game on the things you said with your
Let's
mouth.
do persuasion.
All right, I got 5, so fuck it. They're perfect. They all look like the Mona Lisa to me.
I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration for this one.
Now I just have the Mission Impossible theme song stuck in my head.
So that is a 10 plus 4 plus 4, an 18.
Oh, hell yeah. The guard swivels away from you and is like, okay, on your way. Stay safe out there. And he moves on to the next group of people.
Thank you for keeping us safe.
So you keep making your way down the streets.
Erica finger guns Cody again, giving him another point of bardic inspiration.
Okay, great.
Cody casts message back. Thanks, Erica.
Good job.
Yeah, so as you're walking down the next street, this couple stumbles out of a tavern, clearly very drunk. They're both maybe in their early 50s. On the short side, one of them has pixie wings on their back, and the other one has hooves for feet. And they see you, Cody, and they're like, "Hey, man, you got some cool potions. Can we buy some potions from you?" And they reach out to try to touch the potions in the cart.
Cody kind of quickly gets in between. It's like, sorry, I'm all shut down for the day. Gotta head home. Heard there's ruffians in town. Gotta get safe.
"Oh man, look, I got so much gold." And one of them kind of pulls gold out of their pocket, and a couple of them clink as they fall on the ground.
Erica holds up a potion of healing that kind of comes out of the illusion. Cody, 10 gold.
Cody's like, what? Cody reaches behind him and grabs him.
Erica, can you make a sleight of hand check?
Yeah.
Can I try to pick up the gold that they dropped?
Oh yeah, also make a sleight of hand check.
18.
Zan, you can do it at advantage. You got 18?
Yeah.
Okay, it looks completely natural.
I got a 15, by the way.
Yeah, you pick up, hell yeah. Zan, you pick up 4 gold from the ground without them noticing.
Rad.
Well, okay. Well, just for you, I do have this potion of healing for 10 gold.
"Oh man, potion of healing. Listen, bro." And he slings his arm around your shoulder.
I don't have any brothers.
And it's like, "Whoa, your horns are weird.
Hey.
Listen, I'm super fucked up. I could really slam me a potion of healing right now."
Okay, 20 gold.
"Oh, that's how bargaining works." Make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. Just for you, 20 gold, I guess.
That's a 15 plus 4 and 19 persuasion.
The guy's like, "Yeah, that is how bargaining works. Here you go. It's good, sir." And slams 20 gold into your gnarled old man hands. And is like,
Thank you.
"Thanks, bro. I'm gonna go get more fucked up and then heal from it." And they actually turn and go back into the tavern.
Be safe. Make good choices.
Yeah, right.
Erica's hand pops slightly out of the cart towards
Cody
Cody.
hands her 10 gold.
This is a good magic cart you got.
I need this grift to become a regular bit.
Me too. This is
It needs to
amazing.
have a cool name.
Problem is, I don't even know how much a healing potion costs. I could have just been scammed.
No, I think in our consistency of money, that's about right.
Okay.
All right, great. You hear Sean be like, "Well, that was close. Okay. Yeah, Cody, remember your disguise doesn't hold up to touch.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it's down there on the corner." And you feel Sean since he can't point, he kind of tilts your shoulders a little bit so you're facing down the correct direction, and you can see there's a quaint little tavern. The sign above the door, which Erica can read as saying Les Brew Tavern. A few patrons are having drinks at tables out front, laughing and having a good time.
Oliver, did you make us a gay bar?
Excuse me?
Did you make us a gay bar?
It's the Les Brew Tavern. I don't see what the big deal is. Welcome to my fantasy world, bitches.
Cody leans over to Sean and is like, I'm not allowed in these places.
Don't worry. You look very old.
Oh yeah.
Just don't drink anything.
Okay. Not even water?
Oh, water's fine. Sorry, I didn't mean to not. I feel like you're.
Yeah, don't drink anything ever again.
it can impact just like the way that you experience the world and your body development. So it's not great to drink alcohol at a young age. But I mean, try it if you wanted to. It doesn't taste great. You have to build up a tolerance.
Dad class.
Okay, all right, Sean. Great. Save the lecture for later.
I've seen the presentations at school. I get it.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's a lot of stigma about it. There's a lot of fear mongering. Sorry.
What does fantasy alcohol do to you? Is it exactly the same?
I would say you all know this. There was a bar at the Dream Grove. Seems pretty similar. Some shots come with weird effects, which I imagine y'all played with. But anyway, so yeah, as you get closer, you can see that inside of this tavern is surprisingly crowded. It's after midnight. It's quite late, but looks like people are having a good time. There's a small band playing in the corner, and at the far end of the main tavern space, you can see there's a long bar. And Sean says, "Okay, maybe leave Erica here. Shit, it's really crowded. Okay, so what I need you to do is go up to the bartender and order 5 green sea bubblers, 3 in clear glasses, and 1 upside. No, that's for if you're floating. And 1 with an umbrella. That should do it."
Cody's kind of big-eyed.
5 green sea bubblers, 3 in clear glasses, 1 with an umbrella.
Oh, you got that, Sam?
Yeah.
You come in and whispered in my ear if I forget.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And so Cody will go on in and walk up as confidently as he can to the bartender, acting completely...
I'm sticking very close to Cody.
I love the idea of you dragging your shopping cart behind you into this bar.
Yeah, are you going to you could bring the shopping cart, but Sean also said you could leave it outside with him.
Sean, I thought Sean told me to leave it outside, so I was going to follow instructions.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Erica can talk. Erica is not turned into a shopping cart, so you can chime in if you have a better idea.
Nope, I'm just going to stay there in stroller parking.
Erica's just going to spend all of these episodes as various inanimate objects.
Yes.
This bar has stroller parking.
It does. It has stroller parking. Anyway. So, yeah, okay, so Cody, make a performance check as you, try to confidently walk up to this bar. Zan, make a dexterity check of some sort, maybe a stealth check, as you try to, not let people bump into your invisible form.
We can make it a dexterity check.
Yeah, that works.
12.
I got an 8 plus 3, 11.
Remember, you both have bardic inspiration.
I'll go ahead and use it just to make sure.
I will as well.
That's a 4, so 15 in total.
15 total? Okay.
I've got a 21 now, so I'm just...
Yeah, okay. Zan you are like the water, just moving between drunk idiots.
Be the leaf.
Yeah, Cody, you put on a decent, I'm an adult and I know what I'm doing here face. Stomp up to the bar. There's people sitting on bar stools and it's pretty crowded, but you manage to lean around some people and kind of look for the bartender. You have to I guess you're 5 feet tall, so you probably have to lean on the bar to see over it and see if there's anybody behind it. And as you peer over the counter, you see water. Not your otter, water. The water level comes up to the level of the floor on your side of the counter. It looks deep. You can faintly see some lights way down below. And as you peer over, you see a shape in the water growing larger.
Hello there. I would like to place an order.
Nice.
Bursting from the water behind the counter comes a long blue tentacle, followed by another, and then another, and the tentacles curl around handles that are bolted to the counter and the wall behind it, and then tense as they pull this creature into view.
Hentai bar.
More tentacles emerge, holding bottles of colored glass, and you come face to face with the creature's humanoid upper body. They have long green hair tied back with a strip of seaweed and a wide, easy smile.
Poor unfortunate soul.
Hey there!
Hello.
Welcome to the Les Brew. My name's Nympha. Any pronouns are fine. Can I get you a drink? They lean forward and kind of like rest their elbows on the bar. They like give you a long look.
Yes. I would like to order
5 green sea bubblers.
5 green sea bubblers.
3 in clear glasses.
3 in clear glasses.
And 1 with an umbrella.
And 1 with an umbrella.
Gotcha.
Please. And thank you.
All right.
So that was too much.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Mm-hmm. You see this creature rest their like chin on their hand and turn and look right at you, Zan. And they're like, all right, 5 of them, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you'll need to do is actually, could you be a deer and just head through there? And they point to like the wall, like closer to the entrance than where the bar is, where you see this like curtained doorway. It's kind of a basic drink. I need some supplies from there and I'll whip them right up for you. So could you be a deer, grab me a jug of sea ale from the back, just through that door right there?
Sure. And Cody will make his way back to the door, and on the way, he'll kind of look back, point over his shoulder, and send a message out to Erica. Don't worry, I'm just going in the back to get a jug of some kind of ale. Be fine.
Nympha actually turns to you, Zan, and says, you'll all want to go.
Okay.
And then they wink at you, pour a drink for someone at the counter, and disappear back under the water.
Cody sends Zan a message. Do you need to go get Erica?
BRB.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over.
How are you gonna get me? You're invisible.
I have hands.
There's just gonna be a little cart pushing like
A shopping cart just rolls through the bar.
Oh,
No, do it!
great. Okay.
Cody just slowly walks to the back room, trying to like buy time for.
Okay, you slowly walk across the bar.
I'm going out to the front, I guess.
Okay, you go out the front door. You see the cart.
Hey, we're supposed to go to the back room, I think.
Okay.
We're invisible and she's a cart, and I hadn't really thought this through, so I don't really know how this is gonna work.
I mean, we could try the old self-driving cart trick.
Wait, Erica, do you think we could pick her up?
Do you want to pick her up? Okay, I guess, yeah. Okay, you grab her feet and I'll grab her under the arms. And
Great, let's go.
I guess Sean and Zan are going to try to pick you up, Erica.
It
okay.
makes you invisible.
Oh, okay.
It does indeed make you invisible.
Yeah.
Cool. So, how does the cart... Do you dispel the cart?
Yeah, I'll just dispel it.
All right. The cart vanishes. Okay. Make Zan... you're going to lead this. Make a dexterity check at disadvantage as you try to carry a grown woman through a crowded bar with a grown man, also invisible, who's piggybacking a small child.
It's a 7.
You get through the door, fine. You get maybe 10 feet into the bar, and this this woman with spines down her back is hunched over this table, gripping a big mug of ale, and she's like, "Guys, this is the best bachelorette party ever, and I'm so excited. I can't believe this is happening." And she stands up and she's like, "I'm gonna make a toast myself," and just trips right over Erica, I guess, and goes flying into another patron who yelps as their beer gets sloshed down their front.
The moment Cody sees a commotion happen, he just looks over and he concentrates real hard, and water pops into view in the commotion and starts running around the entire restaurant, causing a commotion in other locations.
Okay, great. She's just knocking drinks over and shit.
Yep.
I'm just gonna grab Erica and just yank and run towards the door.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I think Erica scrambles to her knees and just runs follows Zan.
We're gonna try to take as much cover under the absolute chaos as we can, sort of staying low. And
you all duck low and make it over to this curtained doorway. So you all, I guess, kind of like shove yourself through this curtain. You find yourself like struggling for a bit to find your way out. The curtains feel endless, like you're just digging your way through a sea of curtains. But finally, you flop out the other end. You are in a long stone hallway with no windows. And as you look around, you see that you're all visible again.
aw,
At the other, like, far end of the hallway, there's a metal door guarded by a hulking 4-armed giant who is carrying this, like, deadly-looking club and wearing, like, a bouncer t-shirt that says Les Brew on the front.
hey,
Is Cody still in disguise, or has it been dispelled as well?
No, Cody has also been dispelled. You're just a regular little boy. Giant at the end of the hallway is like, "Hey, who are you now?"
gonna let Sean take the front.
We ordered some green sea bubblers in some clear glasses and an umbrella, and they said to come back here and get something.
Yeah, I see that. You should have ordered one with the tea cozy. That's how you get someone who's in a minor illusion. But I don't know you. What? And Sean's like, sorry, that was me. Hey, Deets, sorry. And the giant's like, oh, hey, it's Sean. How you doing, my main man? You finally come back to the way of the shadows, aren't you? And the giant starts like lumbering down this hallway that is like barely wide enough to fit them, and reaches out a hand and kind of claps Sean on the shoulder and is like, what are you doing down here in the underground? And he's like, shut up. And covers Danny's ears and is like, shit broke bad, Deets. We need help. And Deets is like, hey, all right, come on in. The boss ain't here yet. You can make yourself as comfortable. You can have a chat with her when she comes back. And then starts like, I guess Deets turns in the hallway and then starts lumbering back to the other end and like opens the metal door. Come on in, everybody. Sean takes Danny through and then like, oh, hey, also, hi, I'm DT. She, her, you can call me Deets. Just keep an eye out, make sure everybody who ends up back here is supposed to be back here. So come on in, a friend of Sean, friend of mine.
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, no worries. Come on. Okay, you all awkwardly squeeze by this hulking giant into the room beyond it. You find yourself in this like spacious chamber with cozy furniture and this big domed ceiling that's painted with what looks like the night sky. The room is empty other than your small group, and Deets kind of like leans their big head through the doorway and is like, you all sit tight. My shift ends at dawn. Maybe we can play a little foosball, you and me.
You guys got foosball here?
Oh, yeah, foosball rocks, but you gotta wait till my shift ends. Anyway, I'll see you later.
Bye.
And then she closes the door. Sean lays Danny down on a couch and sits down next to her.
Did we do it good?
He's like, I mean, surprisingly, yeah.
Okay, I didn't need that tone, but okay.
Zan flops over the back of one of the chairs. Belly first, just sort of like flop.
Yep.
Okay, who here helps us get Jasmin and Max back?
The boss is who we'll want to talk to, but it sounds like she's out.
Who's the boss?
Well, where are they?
I'm actually not that plugged into everything down here anymore. L'Orealla's been doing most of the resistance work. And as you say that, the door back to the tavern opens up again, and Deets is like, hey, you'll never guess who's here.
Oh, I bet we will.
L'Orealla and Schwartzy like duck through the door, and you see L'Oreella just kind of like give Dietz like a kiss on the cheek, and it's like, thanks.
What a surprise. Fancy seeing you here.
See, you all made it all right. No problems. Did anybody see you? Your real forms?
I think we're good.
I mean,
Don't think so.
I briefly fell on the floor, but it's fine.
Okay. I mean, if it was in the Lesbrew, then that's not bad. People there aren't fucking narcs. I mean, don't swear, Shortsy. Okay. Yeah, Dietz said the boss will be back later. I guess for now we just wait.
We don't have that. They're in trouble. Waiting is not an option.
There's nothing we can do for them right now, Cody.
But we don't know what's happening.
We're worn out. If we go for it, it's just gonna get worse.
We need spell slots, Cody. Like we're not prepared to do anything tonight.
We're also functioning on very little sleep right now.
But so are they, and
It's been a long fucking day. Don't swear, Schwartzy.
they're not in a nice place to sleep. This isn't fun. Can't lose them too.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to be here. Cody just kind of walks off. Finds something, I won't even say it's comfortable, just for the first place he can see to sit down, and just kind of curls up.
God damn it.
Erica's just kind of sighs and plops down somewhere too.
Sean looks over at all of you and says, I think it'd be a good idea if we got some sleep. And he's going to make sure that you're all cozy or at least comfortable for now to wait here. He wanders over to where Cody is, squats down next to you. Not like in your personal space, but close enough. Hey, Cody. You had a really rough day, and there's not much I can say that's going to make it better. But I promise you, I'll help you get them back, okay?
We better.
Sean pats you on the shoulder and says, hang in there. And then he walks back over to his family.
Cody's gonna pull out one of his cards and look at it really intently and just cast message and say, we're coming for you. I promise. Doesn't know if the message hits, but he had to send it.
Sand just leans over to Sean real quick and says, hope that you know what you're doing making these promises.
Sean looks very uncomfortable. You can find us on Twitter. Our handle is @DiceDisasters, and we have more information about the show, including character sheets and info about the cast at our website, dicedisasters.com.
Our website was made by Allison Otting, who plays Erica.
Dice Disasters is edited by Alan Brazzell, who plays Cody.
Our cover art is made by our DM, Oliver Northwood.
Our theme song is by People Need Goals, who you can find on Bandcamp or on Twitter @PeopleNeedGoals. Go listen to their music, it's all incredible.
And remember, we're releasing weekly for the next little bit. So if you're enjoying the show, remember to subscribe and leave a review. See you next week.
Every single person just froze for me.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. I turn off my video. I don't know what the fuck is happening with our internet here. It's been a disaster. I guess the good thing about this is that you can't see the fact that my tank top has a hole that's directly over my nipple.
Very mean girls of you.
Yeah, it's for some shirts, that's a feature.
Yeah, I would actually say tits a feature.
Problem is I'm not wearing a bra.
That's the upgraded version of the titty window chainmail. Is a nipple window
Titty
chainmail.
window is just over the nips.
The nipple window.
The nipple window plate armor.
God, what a terrible idea.
Well, I mean, then you don't chafe.
This is true.
There's a knight in full plate armor down to the hands, except There's boob cups and nipple windows.
Little holes.
You could have like a glass little cover so you can see through, but it's still protected.
A little peekaboo window.
Like a little fishbowl for your nipples.
Or like how you have like the visor on the helmet where it like slides up and down. It could be a little sort of mechanical up and down.
Including the breathing holes. It's very important that the nipples get to breathe properly.
It's like those breastfeeding shirts
Yeah, exactly.
where you can just lift the thing and the titty pops out.
Oh my gosh. Breastfeeding armor? Are
Yeah,
you kidding
breastfeeding
me?
plate armor.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually a very useful idea.
For when you bring your infant to battle with you.
And she should have like a metal pouch for the baby.
Now we're just playing Death Stranding.
It looks like you're pregnant, but then you lift the visor and then baby is there and has like a tiny flail.
The baby is also wearing full plate baby armor, obviously.
A little rattle, but it's a flail.
Now I'm thinking about a story that's just about like a daycare.
There has to be some sort of cooling system because that baby is going to get so hot in there.
That baby is roasted. That baby is donezo.
You turn off the cooling system, you put a chicken in there, you have dinner at the end of the battle.
I'm so sorry that I started this rabbit hole.
I'm not sorry that you did.
Oh my god.